About 800,000 people in the United States have a stroke every single year. May is American Stroke Awareness Month. The American Stroke Association wants everyone to recognize the signs and symptoms of the stroke by simply thinking of the word FAST. Bill O'Gorman had a stroke just a few weeks ago, believe it or not, and this morning he joins us with his survival story and a very important message. And this is a very important topic, but I do want to mention, I walked in today and I looked at Bill, and we went to high school together in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. We graduated together just a couple years ago.
Just a couple years ago, yes.
So, Bill, talk about what happened a few weeks ago. This is serious. It was very scary.
It was scary. I was at work. I work in Inglewood at an Advantage Sign Company, and I was going over some plans with Heather in my office, or in the conference room, and I went through all the plans fine. On the last plan, I was going over it, and she looked at me kind of funny, and I said, you know, I tried to say what I was saying again, but it wasn't coming out right. And she went and got Laura, my boss, and Laura Alexander, her mother-in-law, had had a stroke. So luckily she knew what was going on. She walked in and my face had drooped a little bit on the right side.
Oh my gosh. So that was the symptom then, your slurred speech and your face was drooping.
But I had no concept of what was happening. So luckily she did, and called the ambulance, and they came, took me, and you know, I remember them cutting off my shirt in the ambulance, you know, being upset because it was my work shirt. And, you know, I kept trying to get up, and I kept saying I was fine. They asked me to raise my hands up, you know, and I couldn't, I raised it, but this one, so I just went like that. And they said, no, that doesn't work.
Oh my gosh.
That's a true story. Yeah.
So, I mean, how are you back on your feet so quickly? I mean, what kind of service did they give you?
Well,
here you are in the hospital.
There's my mom, yep. Anita, happy Mother's Day, Mom.
Good, I'm glad you did that.
But it was for, I was in the hospital. What did you ask me? I'm sorry, I got sidetracked.
How did you get so quickly back on your feet? What did they do?
Well, I think it was a lot of things. Well, they got me there quickly, and the ambulance is like 4-minute ride to Swedish, so that was grateful.
Awesome.
And Swedish is like the #1 stroke hospital in 8 states, so you know that was a great location for me to be in. And I was there with people. I wasn't alone. You know, they got me there quickly, and they got the medicine in me. There was some medicine that they got in me that thinned my blood out quite a bit, and I'm sure that's what saved me. And then they put me into brain surgery, but they went in, you know, they went in through my veins up to my head and pulled out the clumps, the blood clots.
Which is so scary because he didn't have any signs, and you weren't even a risk factor for a stroke or a blood clot.
I was not. No, true story.
That's crazy. But you're doing so well that you were even able to go to the Pink concert.
I did, and that was wonderful. Yep.
I'm so jealous. Oh my gosh, who was that with you?
That's my husband, Dan.
Hi, Dan. Thank you so much for watching. And we mentioned earlier, everyone needs to know the acronym of FAST. What does FAST stand for?
FAST is face, so look for facial recognition, you know, any droopage or anything like that. A is your arms, if they can move their arms above their head. S is speech difficulty. Ask them to say something. Like when I did it, they Roger in my office was trying to say rubber baby buggy bumper to me.
And he
couldn't say it, and then I couldn't say it, of course. You know? And then T is time. You know, call 911 quickly, act quickly.
Okay, acronym FAST. Remember that. And 1 in 4 stroke survivors are at risk of having another stroke. Did the doctors tell you you're at risk?
They did. Too? Yeah. I have to take a baby aspirin every day for the rest of my life, and a Lipitor every day for the rest of my life.
Oh, my goodness. What is it like for you? I mean, your lifestyle now. Do you have a diet you have to stay on? Any kind of regimen?
They didn't really give me dietary restrictions. They told me to cut down on my fried foods, which is a big change in my life.
Right. Yeah. You and me both.
Yeah. So I've cut down on those a little bit, and you know, that's really it. You know, I quit smoking immediately.
Good.
You know, they told me to quit, and I was trying to quit already anyway, so that was kind of a, you know, a wonderful thing that had happened, I guess, because I'm glad that I don't smoke.
An incentive to get you to quit. Now, the Denver Heart and Stroke Walk is happening just right around the corner.
Right.
You're participating?
I am. I only found out about it recently, but yeah, I'll be there.
Good. And don't you think, everybody, it's a great way to raise awareness?
I agree. It totally is.
All right, and I know you have 2 boys. Would you like to say hi to them,
I would. Hi, Aaron. Hi, Austin, wherever you're at. Yes.
That's good. And thank you very, very much for coming on the show, and I'm so happy that you're doing so well. There are your boys right now.
Oh, there they are, yes.
Very handsome lads. You've done great for yourself, and
thank you.
What a blast from the past. We both graduated high school in 1990 together in Lake Havasu City, Arizona. We aged ourselves, but my Botox is holding us both up.
Yes, it is.
Don't you worry. All right, stroke is the #5 cause of death in the United States. United States. So please, please don't become a statistic. May is Stroke Awareness Month. You got to learn the signs and symptoms of a stroke by memorizing the acronym FAST. Check for face drooping, arm weakness, slurred speech, and then take action. Call 911. Join the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, June 2nd for the Denver Heart and Stroke Walk at Mile High Stadium. Learn more online. Go to strokeassociation.org.